For the last couple of decades, Hispaniola Mountain Ministries has been serving in the Dominican Republic and other countries like Haiti, Cuba, and Honduras. And as we've done this, our goal has always been to share the gospel and show God's love by serving the people in those communities. We've done this by opening medical clinics, installing solar power water wells, building schools, and we're always looking for new avenues to be able to share the gospel and show God's love. And the newest thing that we're looking at and dreaming about is coffee. And my friend Trey is here to explain exactly what we're planning to do and how you can be a part of it.
I've worked in the coffee industry for my entire adult life, and one of my main missions has been to let Jesus lead in how to use coffee as a tool for the kingdom of heaven. Sometimes that comes with clear instructions, and sometimes not so much. As followers of Jesus, we're like treasure hunters. The Holy Spirit is constantly leading us to buried treasure in life, ministry, work, and everyday interactions. Over 2 years ago, Scott and I met for the first time at a coffee shop, and both felt like the Lord was leading us to something big. HMM has a missions base in the coffee-producing region of the Dominican Republic, so a couple of months later, I found myself on an airplane with a small team of leaders and only one question on my mind: what in the world are we doing? As Scott and my team started praying about what God had for us with this crazy idea, our main goal was just to listen. We sat with over a dozen coffee producers in the city of Polo and heard story after story of their lives in the oppressive state of the coffee industry in the DR. Then we felt the Holy Spirit stirring. So first, a quick overview on coffee. Most people don't know that coffee is actually a fruit. It's a red berry roughly the size of a large blueberry, and it grows in countries near the equator. Before coffee ever reaches your cup, it has to be painstakingly picked by hand, then immaculately processed through machines that strip away the fruity outer layer, leaving a sticky seed on the inside, which then has to be dried, sorted, husked, and loaded into lots ready for shipment. As a roaster, we buy green coffee from these countries in 150-pound bags and then cook it in our roasting machines to unlock all those beautiful flavors that get brewed and enjoyed in millions of cups of coffee a day. So, as Scott and my team sat with these coffee pickers in the Dominican Republic, we quickly learned that although there was a ton of coffee on those mountains, there was a huge need for processing. Processing equipment is expensive and difficult to operate, so many producers will pick their harvest for the year, but be forced to sell it for pennies to whoever and whatever buyers they can find. So our crazy dream is a processing mill in the town of Polo up in the mountains of the DR. God has provided us with a 50-year coffee veteran from Nicaragua that wants to help us with this venture to build a mill that pays farmers a living wage and processes delicious coffee. This mill will operate as a revenue-generating division of HMM to not only create an amazing product, but to help fund all other kingdom projects already at work in the DR. Our mill will be called Hispaniola Mountain Coffee, and we want to build this on a foundation of 3 pillars. Good business. We plan to pay farmers an actual living wage so that they can provide for their families and continue to grow delicious coffee. We'll operate this mill with excellence and the highest attention to detail. Coffee is mission. We see this business the same way we see the rest of HMM, as a tool to share the gospel with the lost and hurting people of Hispaniola. Our employees will hear about Jesus and have the opportunity to experience the power of God on a regular basis. And kingdom impact. The revenue generation from this business will be able to support the entire ministry. Within 3 years, our plan is to have this mill finance the annual operations of HMM.
So here's our need. Over the next couple of months, we need to raise $200,000 so that we can buy the foundation pieces to be a part of this year's coffee harvest from October to February. That will allow us to have coffee ready to distribute in 2026. So we're asking you to give $25, $25,000 or more. Each person that gives will receive a bag of coffee, and to our biggest donors, we'll invite them to travel with us to the island for the first harvest. You can find all the information on our website or contact us with your questions. Thank you for being a part of what God is doing.